Welcome back again, folks, to another drawing segment. I appreciate the time you spent hanging out with me. Let's just go ahead and dive right in. I've been wanting to do these for a good minute now, so let's go ahead and start up with the basics. It's good to be back at drawing. So the fun thing about this for me is this is what I'm doing in my free time. So it's always nice to share art. So far, so good. Right now I'm just kind of drawing how I feel. Keeping it kind of loose and just having a good time. That's mainly what this is about. Character will start to come clear in just a moment. Well, actually, in this case, it probably won't become completely clear until it's like done and you give it a good look at. I think the coloring too is really going to help drive the idea home of what I did here. So far, so good. Doing smooth. I'm really enjoying this pen that I got recently. Let's go ahead and add a few details, kind of help flesh out who this is. Once you see it, you'll know exactly what it is. A little bit of blotting from the ink, quite alright. Looks like we got some details coming in now. Go ahead and surround the outer configurement of the character. Okay. So I'm preserving these parts. And a light line, and I'm going to go back over and darken it all up. Just on the outside. I'll show you when I'm done. Alright, here we go. Looking forward to doing a lot of these drawings. I got a couple more lined up, so stay tuned, folks. Let's start right here. Let's do this part over here. And as you can see, so far, so good. All will be revealed shortly. I'm really liking this pen and this paper combo that I got going right now. It's very important that you get used to having a certain type of consistency that you like when you use your ink pens and your pencils and your drawing pads, because it really makes a difference. You could do the same drawing on all different types of paper, you'll end up with different results. And there's some that work for you and with you. And there's others that you kind of have a little bit of a time with. Me personally, I just like to mix things up and have a good time drawing, having fun, you know? I'm hoping that someday I can see what everyone else is doing too. I've always found everyone else's artwork very intriguing. Because to me, this is just a very normal sort of day to me, just another day. But you never know what other people are going to make up idea-wise and throw you for a loop for sure. Maybe I've done that for you already, or maybe I will eventually. Okay, let's see, how do I want to do this part? And just because you put it in pencil doesn't mean you have to stick definitely to it. It's more like a suggestion. That's how I treat them. I treat them like guidelines. And then if I happen to like a certain arc that I'm doing with a pen, I'll just follow through with that instead. Kind of go my own way. Even though I set those up for me. But that's the neat thing about drawing. You always end up with different results. There's intention, and then if you get lucky and you keep at it, you come up with a lot of different results. Hopefully they'll work in your favor too. Okay. Looks like we're getting somewhere now. Now, definitely speed's part of the game too. If you can get really fast, you save a lot of time. But the thing is that if you have your decisions already laid out for you, it definitely helps that process. Coming along nicely. Alright, I see how I'm going to start going with the details. Let's do this. So far, so good. Okay. Looks like I'm always cooking up ideas. I always like to keep it creative and keep it free flowing. Also, I'd like to point out too, when you draw on the back of a drawing pad, you want to make sure it's not overly used, so that way it doesn't interfere with your lines. Because when you put impressions on the back side, you can sometimes jump in the middle of a curve and throw your curve for a loop. And I can tell you, no one likes that. It almost reminds me of a little bit of a hydroplane on a car. But it depends on how hard you press down. I try to keep it as light as possible, that way I get the most use out of everything. When you keep it real light, your ink and your lead definitely stay preserved. So far, it's coming along. Alright. put a little more detail into this guy. Get him a little more fleshed out for you. Got the character coming along nicely. Just keep proceeding to fill in everything as I planned. I can tell at this spot over here, right over this way, I had some decisions that I was toying around with just to see. Okay.